Help me to reach 2,000 subscribers. The sound that destroyed my marriage wasn't loud. It was a simple ping. Emily's phone lit up beside her coffee mug, the screen reflecting off the glass table. Steam curled from her cup as she hummed softly, scrolling through her emails like any ordinary morning. I didn't mean to look. I swear I didn't. But the message preview was right there. Bold, impossible to ignore. Last night was perfect. Can't stop thinking about you. And under it, Nathan Red Heart Hash. For a moment, I couldn't move. My breath caught in my throat. Nathan, her coworker. Married. 2 kids. I remembered shaking his hand once at a company dinner, his smile too polished, his gaze lingering on her a little too long. The room spun. The smell of burnt toast, the sound of her humming, it all felt foreign. My hands trembled as she walked in, towel around her hair, wearing my favorite blue sweater. "You okay?" she asked, pouring more coffee. I nodded, forcing air into my lungs. "Yeah, just tired." But I wasn't tired. I was unraveling. For 3 days, I said nothing. I wanted to be wrong. I watched her laugh at texts, step outside to take calls, say she was working late while her perfume lingered longer than usual. Each small moment was a blade. When I finally showed her the message, she froze. Her lips parted, eyes darting between me and the phone like she might find another explanation written there. Then she whispered, "I'm sorry." That was all. No excuses. No lies. Just that one apology, as if it could stitch the hole she'd torn through my chest. I didn't yell. I didn't throw things. Instead, I asked questions I wasn't ready to hear the answers to. How long? Did you love him? Was I not enough? She said things like it just happened, and I didn't mean for it to go this far. But every word sounded like static. The more she spoke, the less she sounded like my wife. When she finally packed a small bag and said she needed space, I knew exactly whose arms she was running to. And that's when I decided I wasn't going to let her be the only one writing the story of our ending. 2 weeks later, I met Lydia, Nathan's wife. She reached out first, her number saved under one of Emily's messages. Her text was simple. "We should talk." We met at a small coffee shop. She looked tired but stunning in a quiet, composed way. Her eyes were the same kind of broken as mine, still searching for something solid to stand on. "You're Michael," she said. "And you're Lydia." We didn't need pleasantries. We already knew too much. Over coffee, she told me how Nathan confessed. How he cried. How he swore it was a mistake. How she wanted to believe him but couldn't. Then she looked at me and said softly, "Do you ever think about revenge?" The question hung in the air, sharp and alive. It started as friendship. Late-night calls. Long walks. Shared anger that slowly turned into something dangerous, understanding. She was beautiful in a way that hurt to look at. Not because of attraction, but because every expression reminded me of pain I didn't want to feel. One night, she texted me, "Dinner?" I said yes. We met at a restaurant near the waterfront, the same one Emily used to beg me to take her to. Lydia wore a black dress, her hair pinned back, her wedding ring still on. We talked. We laughed a little, the kind of laughter that comes from 2 people pretending to be fine. Then she leaned forward and whispered, "Do you think they're together right now?" I nodded. Probably. Her lips curved into a small, knowing smile. "Then let's give them something to talk about." Before I could react, she kissed me. It wasn't gentle. It was desperate. Hungry. Angry. The kind of kiss that wanted to burn the past to ashes. Then, click. A flash. A camera. I turned, startled, but Lydia didn't flinch. "You planned this," I said quietly. She looked at me with tear-filled eyes. "They humiliated us. Now it's their turn." The next morning, our photo was everywhere. 2 betrayed spouses, locked in a kiss under warm restaurant lights. Emily called me, voice trembling. "How could you do this to me?" For the first time since it all began, I laughed. A hollow, bitter sound. "Now you know how it feels." I hung up before she could respond. A few days later, Lydia texted me again. He moved back in. I think we're going to try. I didn't know how to feel. Relief. Jealousy. Closure. Emily wanted to meet, said she missed me, that she'd made a terrible mistake. We sat across from each other in a park where we used to feed the ducks. Her eyes were swollen, her voice small. I want to come home, she said. Please. I looked at her for a long time, but the ache that once lived inside me was gone. What remained was something colder, clarity. You know, I said quietly, revenge doesn't fix what they break. It just makes new cracks. She started crying. I didn't reach out this time. That night, Lydia sent me one last message, a photo of the ocean at sunset. No words. Just waves. Maybe that was her way of saying goodbye. I stared at it for a long time, then deleted every message, every photo, every reminder of what love and pain had built between us. Because sometimes peace doesn't come when you win. It comes when you stop playing the game. And as I turned off my phone and sat in the dark quiet of my empty living room, I finally understood something Emily never did. Forgiveness isn't for them. It's for the part of you that deserves to heal.